And just what are you doing out here? I asked you a question first, so it's only polite that you answer me before I answer you. Don't you think so? Good. I'm glad you agree. Now, what are you doing out here? I see. Insomnia, is it? That's unfortunate for you. So, you couldn't sleep and decided to go for a walk, Rather dangerous, though. Doing that at night and in these woods, no less. Oh, this isn't my property. As far as I know, these woods aren't officially owned by anyone. Well, I suppose it's only fair that I answer your question now. I'm here in these woods because I live here. And no, before you ask, I'm not living here in any official capacity. But it's not as if anyone comes here to check for unexpected occupants. Don't you know? These woods have a reputation for being, well, haunted. You're living here. Officially. Why in the world would you choose to live in a place like this? I see. I can certainly understand wanting to get away from your troubles. And you do seem quite exhausted. However, as I said, it's dangerous to be walking around in these woods at night. So you should go back to your little cottage. So, you intend to walk until you're tired enough to sleep. How about this then? What if I prepare a sleeping potion for you? Yes, I'll have you know that in my younger days, I was quite an accomplished herbalist. So creating a sleeping potion is hardly a challenge for me. Well, it's not as if I'm helping you out of the goodness of my heart. Obviously, there will be something in this for me. A good question. What do I want? No, I have no need of money. I'd prefer something else, I think. I want a favor from you. I'm not sure what kind yet. Essentially, this would be an IOU, written from you to me, that I would cash in whenever the need arises. Well, if you aren't comfortable with owing me something like that, I suppose there's another option. If I'm going to offer you this option, then there's something you should know about me first. And once you do know, you can make your decision about what you want to do. What you need to know is that I am not human. I mean just what I said. I am not human. Surely you felt it. That there is something off about me. Humans have a sense for these things, even if they aren't fully aware of it. They know that there is an otherness about beings like me, which is why it is difficult for us to pass as mortal. Oh, sweet creature, no, I am not a ghost. though you are not wrong to think I am dead. I am not alive, it's true, but I am not quite dead either. I am undead. A vampire. No, I assure you, I'm not joking. Shall I demonstrate for you? There. Do you see? My fangs are out now. They're quite real. And yes, I use them for exactly what you think I do. Ah, so we finally come to the point of the matter. The reason I told you about what I am. This is the alternate option that I'm offering you. I'll make a sleeping potion for you, and in return, you'll allow me to drink from you. Well, if we sign a contract together, then it would be safe. Because signing a magical contract with a vampire is the only way to ensure that they won't drain you dry. After all, I can promise just to take what I need and nothing more. But as I'm sure you know, vampires are supernaturally strong. So if I want more, there's nothing you can do to stop me. Which is why you should always sign a physical contract with vampires, rather than going with verbal contracts. Because vampires can be liars. Essentially, I'll draw up the contract with the terms that you and I will agree upon. Once we're in agreement, we'll both sign the contract with our own blood. That is key for your protection. Having your blood on the contract protects you from a vampire's bloodlust, because they are bound to the terms, no matter what. Yes, even if I felt the urge to take more than I needed to, I couldn't. The magic would punish me for trying to break the contract. And of course, the same goes for you. If you try to back out or cheat me, the contract would punish you. This way, everything's fair for both of us. So, what are your thoughts? Would you like to owe me a favor? Would you like for me to drink your blood? Or would you like to walk away completely and try to solve your insomnia on your own? I wouldn't take much of your blood. Half a pint would be enough. I've been alive for quite a while, so I don't need as much as the younger ones do. No, not necessarily. It can hurt, but I also have the ability to stop that from happening if I want to. If you ask, I can make it feel good for you. Pleasurable, even. So you wouldn't feel any pain in that case. No, nothing would happen to you from me drinking your blood. However, if you drank my blood, something would happen. People who drink the blood of a vampire change for a short period of time. They get stronger, their reflexes are sharper, and they are more alluring to other humans. The more of our blood a human drinks, the more noticeable these changes are, and the longer longer they last. Oh yes, there's absolutely a downside. In some cases, vampire blood can drive humans to madness. Even just one drop can cause it. So there's always a risk when you ingest it. But to some people, the rewards outweigh the potential risks. I thought not. You didn't seem like the type. But either way, I've never given my blood to a human, and I never intend to. Do you know much about how vampires are created? Well, I've never done it myself, but I know how the process works. Essentially, the human must be drained completely of blood, and then the vampire must give them their own blood. Oh, there's more to it, of course, but you're just getting the highlights tonight. Just enough so you understand that there won't be any adverse effects on you if I take your blood. So, do you have any more questions? Anything else I can answer for you? Why? Well, I wasn't expecting to find a human out in these woods tonight, so I was surprised to find you. As such, I suppose you can say I'm doing this to entertain myself, really, because helping you is something out of the ordinary for me. No, I don't really need your blood. I'm old enough that I don't need blood often. Though, you do smell very good. So I'm certainly not opposed to drinking from you. But really, it's not necessary. I'm just doing this because it's something to do. I promise you, when you live forever, being bored is absolutely a good enough reason to do something. So, what is your decision, sweet one? What do you want to do? Good. I'm glad. Well, if you truly wish for me to drink from you, then we'll need to write up the contract first. Come, walk with me to my cabin. Here, come sit by the fire and we'll get this written. What's your name, by the way? I'll need to write it down. Good. Pleasure to meet you, then. My name? Evelyn. A very vampiric name, I know. Now, I agree to create a sleeping potion for you, which will allow you to finally rest. A night's rest, sweet one, not eternal rest. Very well, I'll write that part down specifically. And in exchange for this sleeping potion, you will allow me to drink half a pint of your blood. Do you have a preference as to where I'll drink from you? Well, I could drink from your neck, your wrist, your inner thigh. My. You certainly turned an interesting shade of red just now. Does it embarrass you to think of having my mouth in such a sensitive place? How adorable. Very well, then. Whatever you like. If you wish for me to drink from your neck, and your neck only, then I will. You would also like for this not to hurt, yes? Of course. Then I will use my ability to make this process painless for you. What else? Ah, yes. Once this contract is signed in our blood, neither of us will be able to back out or cheat it. So we will both promise to faithfully fulfill the terms. Yes, sweet one. I'll also write that I promise not to try to harm you in any way. I'll take my promised blood, provide you with your potion, and send you back to your cottage unharmed. There. Read over what I've written. Does all of that suit you? Good. Now, we must both sign the contract in our blood. I'll go first. Watch me closely so you are confident that I'm not pulling any tricks. Yes, of course I bit my finger. My fangs are quite sharp, so it's easier this way. There we go. All signed. Now, it's your turn. Well, I have a needle if you'd like to prick your finger. Or you could let me bite it for you. Can you really begrudge me for wanting a small sample of my reward? There is no need to worry. Since I've signed the contract with my blood, I am bound to the conditions, whether you've signed or not. So, will you allow me to bite your finger? I promise to be gentle. Good. Then hold out your finger to me, my sweet. There you go. Now, I'll carefully take it into my mouth. Just the tip, though. There you go. Now you have some blood to work with. Go ahead and sign. Good. Do you see the way the writing glows? That's how you know the contract has been magically sealed. So it's official. You and I are joined together now. Of course I have to say it that way. After all, we're going to know each other rather intimately soon, aren't we? Exactly. So there's no reason to be shy. Now, how would you like to do this? Well, I would suggest that you and I lay in my bed. You'll be more comfortable if we do this there. And I want this to be as relaxing as possible for you. So what do you think? Good. Glad you agree. Then I'll get in first, and you follow after me, all right? I'm ready for you, sweet one. Come get in bed with me. There you go. Rest your head on my pillow and relax. I'll take care of you. Shh. It's all right. There's no reason to be nervous. I promised to make this painless for you, and I'll keep that promise. Just trust me. Once I bite you, my fangs will pierce your flesh, and I will drink your blood until I receive the half-pint we agreed upon. Once I do, I'll close the wound I made, and you'll be as good as new. All you have to do is lay here and relax while I take my fill. Can you do that for me? Good. Now, look into my eyes, sweet one, and just relax. While I drink from you, you will feel no pain at all. Instead, you will feel pleasure, like someone is slowly rubbing your back and gently grazing their fingers over your sensitive skin. You will feel warm and safe and calm. Everything is all right. Just let yourself relax and surrender to me. Tell me, sweet one, how do you feel? Good. I'm glad. Now, I'm going to tuck myself against your body and bring my mouth up to your neck. I'm right up against you now. Can you feel me? The way my body touches yours. Does it feel good to you? Good. Tell me, are you ready for me, sweet one? Then I'm going to bite your neck now. Take slow, steady breaths. There you go. You're so good for me. You taste so good. Even better than you smell. Just a little more. We're almost done. There we are. Just half a pint, as promised. Now, let me close up the wound. My saliva will help you heal faster. It's another ability of mine. Your wound is closing up as we speak, actually. Can you feel it? Strange, isn't it? Now, how are you feeling? Any weakness at all? Any pain? Good. I'm glad you're feeling well. Keep laying down, and I'll get you something to drink. Here you are. A glass of water. Drink slowly. Good. You're doing well. You're being so good for me. No, you most certainly are not a dog, though you are cute like one. Oh yes, I'll get that potion for you. As a matter of fact, I already have one in my stores that you can have. It's a special blend, made with citrine flower to help you rest, and earth anise to give you pleasant dreams. And of course, a little clover honey to help it all go down easily. Of course it sounds nice. I told you I was an accomplished herbalist, didn't I? I wasn't just bragging. I am the best. So naturally, you get the best. Here you are. It's beautiful, isn't it? Like liquid gold in a bottle. And because of the honey, it has a subtle sweetness to it. You're very welcome. Though, don't thank me until after you wake up well rested tomorrow. You know, I didn't particularly mind this little arrangement. In fact, I rather liked it. What about you? I'm glad to hear it. So, if in the future you find that you can't sleep, perhaps we can arrange to do this again. Oh, sweet one. I don't need blood. But your blood, let me put it to you this way. Does anyone need dessert to live? Of course they don't. But they enjoy dessert, so they want to indulge in it. For me, I feel the same way about your blood. I don't need it, but it was delectable, and I'd love to taste it again. And what about you? Would you like to surrender yourself to me again? I'm glad. So if that's the case, I want you to have this necklace. I know. Only our first meeting and I'm already giving you jewelry. What will people think? Well, as I mentioned before, these woods have a reputation for being haunted. And for good reason. I'm not the only being that lives in these woods. And certainly not the only one awake after dark. So it's quite dangerous to walk around here when you're a soft, fragile human. Unless you have a necklace like this, crafted by a very powerful witch who cast many protection charms on it. Yes, as long as you're wearing this necklace, the creatures in the woods won't touch you. Though since my scent is all over you, they won't touch you tonight. Rather, this necklace is insurance for the days to come, so that you can visit me when you wish to, without fear. And you will visit me again, won't you? Good. Would you give me your hand? Thank you. I very much enjoyed our meeting, sweet one. And I look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, I hope you rest well and have pleasant dreams.